This is Rob with Run Repeat, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Mizuno Waveknit R2. So after putting about 400 miles on my last pair of trainers, I knew it was finally time to get some new daily runners, and it's been a while since I've been professionally fitted, so I went to my local run shop. We did the full fitting, the gait analysis, the whole thing. No big surprises. I'm still a neutral runner. I have a moderate heel strike, and after trying on about a dozen pairs of shoes, I finally settled on the R2s, and I'm super glad that I did. So here's what I love about these shoes. Over the last few years, a lot of the kind of flagship running shoes have moved to this sort of sock on top with a lightweight minimalist padding model. And I really liked those shoes. I own a few pairs. The problem for me is, as a bigger guy, they feel super squishy. And while I don't feel like I'm necessarily going to bottom out in them all the time, I also don't feel like my joints are fully supported while putting a bunch of miles on shoes like that. So that's where I feel like the Waveknit R2 really excels. So the Waveknit still has this super comfortable, lightweight woven upper, but it gives you just a little bit more support underfoot with this thermoplastic layer called the Cloudwave in the heel portion of the shoe. See, it's harder there. It adds a little structure to the heel of the shoe without being like a structure or stability shoe. And so I find that this Cloudwave feature that just runs right through here really keeps me from feeling like I'm going to bottom out when I'm running aggressively during a track workout, and it also gives me a nice springy but really stable feel on long runs. It also helps keep my ankles and knees from feeling like they're fatiguing, but it still provides like a nice glide, plenty of cushioning as the miles add up. So again, I'd never really call this a stability shoe, like a Brooks Adrenaline, but it has more structure than something like an Adidas Ultra Boost, for instance. So all in all, I feel that the Waveknit R2 really gives me a comfortable ride, whether I'm doing some fast repeats on the track or going for long runs, 10-15 miles around the city. The first shoe that I tried with the Cloudwave feature was actually the Mizuno Waverider 22. It's basically the same shoe, has the exact same sole, but the Wave Runner doesn't have this knit up here. And so what happened is I got a lot of puckering right in this area. It was like a more classic upper, and so that's why I went for the Waveknit, because it has this kind of knit upper. It's a lot more flexible. I have narrow feet, so that affects me more than maybe someone with wide feet, but it wasn't a deal breaker. I just switched over to the Waveknit. I'm super happy with these knits. It's super comfortable. They're really, really breathable. Comes in a bunch of colorways. It's not as sock-like. It still has this, your standard tongue and everything built right into the shoe here. And some of this can create a little drawback for me. But this is basically all one piece except from the tongue, so there's no seams to rip or tear. It seems super, super durable. It doesn't feel like it's going to snag or rip. It's surprisingly well ventilated. I don't know how much of this you can see, but my feet tend to run hot and they stay pretty cool in these runners. And they come, like I said, in a bunch of colorways. Did I wait a couple days to get this super green color? Yes, I did, but totally worth it. The only thing I do to change these shoes is to have a more caged lacing system. So you see like on the Ultra Boost or something like that. What I really struggled with was finding the right tightness in through the kind of foot box here to make sure that they were secure when I was running downhill, but not floppy when I was just running around. So I generally wear these a little looser than I probably wear my other shoes, and they do feel a little sloshy going downhill, and I think a cage system would help kind of keep the foot in place there. It's not really a deal breaker on these shoes, but it is a drawback to a shoe that's otherwise almost perfect for me. So pros. Really, really stable, fast base. That's great for a Clydesdale like me, or other people who might find foam shoes too squishy. They've got a super light, airy, stylish upper that keeps them cool and cozy. They seem very durable. You can see on the bottom here, these have a few hundred miles on them now and still looking pretty good. The only con is that lacing system. I'd love to see a cage on top of this just to keep the foot more secure. But would I buy these again? Heck yes, I would. Would I recommend them to a friend? Yes, I would. Took me a little while to get them dialed in, but they've been my great daily runner. Like I said, I have about 200 miles on them, everything from short track workouts to 18, 20-mile runs. So check them out. Have a good one. Again, this is Rob for Run Repeat, and we'll see you on the road.